Well,
It's
here, we're live on the internet.
live on
We
the
have our project count screen
internet.
up. I
We have
have
a
my
screen for
other
it?
notes
Oh, we're
list. Yeah.
fancy.
Well, it's a screen. It's an extra little window that I type things into. It's very high tech.
Very
It's
high
a
tech.
text
Guys,
box.
it's a text box. Guys, it's Jocelyn and
And me, Diana. Hi.
yeah. Are you caffeinated? It's not a regular episode, guys. It's Monday. It's noon. We're well over halfway done the year now. So we're gonna do a whip update. So we're gonna do a impromptu live state of the whip, which we've
Otherwise
never
known
done
as
live.
Lions and Tigers and Whips. Oh my.
Oh my. Which we've never done live. We've always done whips as a recorded episode thing. So this will be interesting.
Chaotic.
Hot,
I feel
garbagey
like
mess. I
I
hope you
should
all
finish my
brought your coffee.
I should finish my coffee so I don't drop stuff in it.
Good idea. I have tea in a thermos with a lid so it stays hot. I came
Very
prepared.
smart.
I came
I
prepared.
have the dregs of a cappuccino on a hot plate, which I'm sure is totally safe.
Super not, but go for it.
Well, I mean, it's meant to be like a little mug hot plate, and it hasn't set anything on fire yet.
I have a hot plate in the wintertime for my teas and stuff. I don't need it in this apartment, but I have it. It's my mom's old hot plate. It's really old. The wiring is still very sound. Very, very sound. It's fine. All right. I don't know who's in chat. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to format this, so we're going to wing it.
We've got Asa and Liz and Knitting Purple in chat.
Oh,
Hello,
hello.
everybody.
Hello, hello,
Asa says, I
hello.
think you've had it live earlier this year as well. Did we do it
Did
live
we
earlier?
do it
I know
live?
we did live stash organization.
We did live stash organizations. I know we've done a bingo card update live,
Maybe we
but
did this live. I don't know. I don't remember
like
anymore.
an official state of the whip. The last one I remember was just after Christmas when we were getting ready for the new year.
Yeah, definitely the last time we did an official whip update was the end of last year.
Okay.
And that was recorded.
Yes.
And
Is
Tracy's
this
in chat as well. Hello.
Hey Tracy.
I'm glad
They're
we can
usually
catch people
recorded
midday on
for a
a
reason
Monday.
because it's crazy pants in here. I did some things preemptively. A, run around the apartment like a madwoman to collect all of the project bags I could find, then go to bed, and then do it again this morning just in case I missed anything.
Had you missed anything?
Yes. Yes, I did. Of course I did. Because the secret crafting project I'm working on for the Mallow cardigan can't be shown. And the socks secret project can't be shown. I kept confusing the two project bags in the living room, going, "Oh, I need to bring those. Oh, no, wait, I can't."
I have a rule about leaving, because there's two of us here, I have a rule about leaving your stuff in rooms where it doesn't go. And I make Mr. Diana hold to that, so I also have to hold to that. So my project bags stay in here unless I'm actively working on them while watching TV.
I pulled some design projects out of the pretty project bags and put them into Walmart bags. So I even have spare project bags for later.
I'm actually doing really well on my whipping down, stashing down. No, whipping down. My stash has grown, but the whips have gone down. And I know
Okay,
this because I've got a basket of empty project bags now.
good.
I'm so excited. I'm so proud of me.
Well, I figure we should start with the really easy ones. So I'm gonna say my first two projects are my striping socks and my Mallow cardigan because I can't show those. Those are currently secret crafting projects. So if
Fair
I have
enough.
made progress, you guys don't get to know that yet. So
I'm
let's
taking
just
notes here.
knock me up to two projects to start with.
Okay. I have
Because your secret project you also can't show.
my secret project I also can't show, so I'm going to just put me up to one for my craft off project that I can't talk about.
Well, knock yourself up to a second one because I've got your Moherino medley here.
Right. Maybe I'll work on that while I'm there. Maybe I don't have to bring a project. I'll just work on the mohairino. Although
West knits are the best knits.
I put in the needles for your tight knitting gauge, not my Lucy knitting gauge.
Bring a spare needle with you just in case you feel the urge to pick it up, because it annoys me that I haven't had a chance to get to this yet. But if one of the two of us can make some progress on it shortly, that's probably a good idea. And traveling with just a spare needle so that if you look at the projects you've got here, when you get here, you think, dear God, no, you have a backup.
All right, I have moved the microphone closer to my face. Is that better audio
Ooh,
wise, chat? We had a request for louder audio.
am I not being loud enough?
Well, your microphone's farther away now, so you could probably be a touch louder. I have gains set at maximum on my soundboard, so digitally I've done everything I can do. We
Okay.
have to physically get closer to the mics.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to make something sketchy. Talk with Diana.
uh... Oh, the last time, Asa says, I had to check and my sense of time is bad. It was last August that we did a live whip update.
That was a while ago.
In fact, a year ago. And hello in chat to Jude and Rosberry.
Hi, guys.
Knitting Purple says, all my whips are in one small cupboard and I only have out what I'm working on the day. I only have 5 whips.
Hang on, guys. I'm moving my microphone around.
Ooh, you're closer.
I'm going to have to back up here in a second, but I need to be very
Apparently, compared to others, we are a quiet podcast, so we should...
careful. How the
We should get
Why
closer to
quiet?
the microphone.
Or get louder.
Or get louder.
Or get louder. I don't have what one would call a lightweight keyboard. I have an easy keyboard. EZ keyboard. You can Google it. It has yellow big buttons and it's
It's very
black.
chunky.
And she's a thick lady. She's a thick lady.
She has presence.
She's got some weight. She takes up space and she makes no apologies for it. But when your microphone, which I do need to replace my microphone because my setup doesn't work anymore for the microphone I have. It's fine. Me and Anna have been talking about it. We know what's going on. To get it to a high enough level in front of the computer where everyone can hear me, but I can be far enough back that I don't punch it. And in frame, it sits in front of my heavy keyboard on a shoebox in a box.
I think maybe we need to get you one of these arms.
I have one of those arms, but I can't attach it to my current desk because my current desk has got beveled edges.
I think maybe
So
you need to
you
get your
can't
dad
get
over
enough.
to screw some wood in that doesn't have a bevel.
I need to fiddle with things a little bit because this desk is the size I need it to be for everything else. So I need to fiddle with things. But I've also been
Cafiddle?
taking a look, fiddle. It's a real word now. I've been taking a look at getting a lapel mic for myself anyway, so that I could be wireless and
Right.
wireless earbuds for myself. So like the idea is to be wired free by this time next year. That also means I can do other things, like I could do podcasts about sewing and stuff. So like we could do other stuff because I won't be tied to this one setup.
Right.
If I get some lapel mics that work with cameras and phones and stuff. So there are some things in the background in the works. I gotta do more looky looks. Though I did show Diana like my dream my dream microphone setup.
It's a good microphone setup. I'm a little bit tempted to like
Little sweet
speed order it for some online or so for some live streamed shopping at the Manitoba Fiber Festival, which I'm officially going to. I booked my flights this morning.
If you order
So
it,
if you're
just
in
order it to
Manitoba-
arrive here. Just order it to arrive here. Then it doesn't matter if it shows up the day you fly out because it's coming here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Because
If you
it would
decide to
show
do
up
that,
the day I
you
fly
fly.
out.
Oh God, yeah. But if it does that, it doesn't matter if its delivery address is my apartment. We've done that before, where it's been a tight fly time for you, and we wanted stuff. We've just had it show up here.
Chats.
I do the same thing.
Chat's talking about how many whips they have, and it's either like 5 or 6, or it's I'm not counting.
Yeah, well, feel free to hide behind my skirts shortly, because we're about to count mine. All right, hopefully my sound is better. Closer.
Yes, You are
Okay,
closer. I am closer.
good.
Hopefully we're good and I don't punch the microphone too much.
Oh boy, that's the question, ain't it?
Oh, so do you want to start or shall I start?
I can start. It always weirds you out when you start.
True, true.
Let's start with the stuff on the desk beside the desk, which isn't a desk, it's a cutting board.
All right. Project the third for you.
I think there's coffee in that Nebula socks. Will I ever make a project page for Vanilla Socks? No.
Do you want to go
No.
through all the stuff on your desk and then I'll go through all the stuff on my desk and then we can start going through the mess that's on both of our floors?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Listen.
Carry on with your desk.
Listen. I put some stuff away this morning.
Asa says, remember to consider craft off. I'm gonna let chat choose my craft off things. I have ideas
Today?
of what I want, but I will let chat choose.
We have the Point Edwards mitts. And this wonderful Tweety yarn, if I can get it to focus on the yarn, not my face, from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. I am on the thumb of the first mitt. I'm actually going to start stacking things on the shoebox next to the microphone. This isn't precarious. Guys, there's a cat right behind the screen. This is just the sketchiest. Oh, God, she's awake. It's just the sketchiest thing I could choose to do right now.
Because
we
you don't do
investigate
project
stuff.
pages. Why start with vanilla socks?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Well, I have too many. I have too many. Not so much as that I feel overwhelmed, because I don't feel overwhelmed. Does that make sense? I have too many as that I'm out of needles and I want to work on other stuff. Apparently, we're not interesting. She's leaving. So I have to rip some things. So I got to let some projects go to make space for projects I want to work on now. And things that I'm in the process of making that I'm not as happy with what they're going to be on me as I had hoped I would be.
That makes sense.
So I need to stop making things for Diana's closet. It's her wardrobe's getting a little full.
It is actually. I bought a whole new shelving unit for all of my hand knit sweaters and then I filled it right away.
And not an insignificant number of her handmade sweaters are from me.
In fact, 2 full shelving units are sweaters from you because you make things in bulky weight that you then don't wear because they're too warm, and then I steal them.
Yeah. So, not so much that I'm worried about the number I have, but I need to be more realistic with what I'm choosing to make. So, we're going to be doing some deep cuts, and there's going to be some ripping today because I want to cast things on.
Also says my pulse speeds up just thinking of double-digit whips.
Also, my dear, make sure you have some calming tea because it's yeah.
We're both getting into double digits for sure.
Oh, easy. I mean, I'm nowhere near triple digits, so I don't feel bad at all. Like if I get over 100, we got a problem.
Oh, if you get anywhere near 100, that's a problem.
It's a problem. I am nowhere near that, but I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I have to be like, will I wear this or will it end up in Diana or Erin's closet? And, Erin's already put in some requests for fabric ends. If there was leftover of something, she'd love to also make a skirt out of it. To which I have said yes, if there's leftovers of fabric that I've done stuff with, and there's enough for you to make a thing, you're more than welcome to it because I buy large quantities of yardage. I buy enough to make a floor length dress in anything I buy. So it doesn't matter what I decide to make, I can make the largest version of that project.
With the most skirt.
With the most skirt. So anything I make under that, I have leftover. Because I hate stressing this stuff. I hate stressing this stuff so much.
No fabric chicken? Like yarn chicken? No fabric chicken.
No. Now, does it get fun and interesting when I want to use up every last crap yardage I have of something when I know I have too much yardage for the one project I'm doing? Yes. But that is a problem I've created for myself. The initial project is safe. Projects done on the fly because I have leftovers are an entirely different can of worms. What else do I got on my thing over here? I have one granny square to represent the cottagecore blanket. That's what we're going to call it because it is so cottagecore. I
I
wasn't
can't
bringing the
spell
whole
cottage
blanket
core.
project. I wasn't bringing the whole blanket in, guys. It's on the living room couch because I've been working on it while sitting in front of the air conditioning unit. No, I'm not bringing it. I'm not. This square is going to go join its other partners in crime.
It's brethren.
Its brethren, if you will. All right. Oh my God. Down to the last thing on this table.
Okay.
The Woodwoe sweater. God, look at that yarn. It's just so wild and dramatic.
This is going to be
Not as
Woodwoe's
much.
brackets Borg to
Yes.
differentiate it from the other Woodwoe sweater that was a whip twice.
Yeah, I've got Northern Cardinals and Borg. I have a Northern Cardinal sweater and I'm working on a Borg sweater.
I learned that a group of cardinals is
Yes.
apparently, like the bird cardinals, is apparently called a Vatican.
I have a Vatican sweater because
Apparently.
technically I have 4 skeins of Northern Cardinal yarn in there, which would be a group of Northern Cardinals. So technically I have a Vatican sweater.
It's a Vatican of
By the
cardinals.
use of the English language, that is an accurate statement.
Jude says, I'm not counting whips in other crafts, pretending they don't exist right now. Next month I might look, but quite possibly not.
We're not counting sewing. We're not counting sewing. We're not counting.
Oh,
We're not
yeah,
counting
I'm not
spinning. We're not. No,
counting
no, 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 no,
the
no, no. Just
embroidery
knitting and
projects,
crochet.
kits in that drawer, the fabric that I have
Just,
purchased and not done anything with.
just,
We're not counting that.
just knits, just crochets. That is all.
Not even spinning.
Not even spinning. Not even. Not even.
We're not going
Just
there.
those 2 things. We're not going there. We'd be here all bloody day if we started counting every craft thing we had.
Too many things.
Too many things. All right. I am out of table things. You notice I say
Question
that
mark?
questioningly. I have a dead fish. Dead fish needs charging. There's catnip in the belly, and it's a solid battery pack in here, and this is battery pack rechargeable. And when she's charged, she flops on the ground like it's a fish.
And this is the best toy ever.
My cat loves it. She has 2. She has one here and one at our aunt's house. So, no, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out of
Okay.
projects. I'm gonna say yes.
Ooh,
If I'm wrong,
I
I'll make that face I make when I'm wrong.
caught a project bag string on my keyboard. That's the thing about mechanical keyboards with the big sticky up chonky keys. So things get stuck on them like yarn, like really easily.
Yes, so easily.
All right. The first thing within arm's reach is my caged halter top,
Ooh, yes.
which I talked about on the podcast that we recorded yesterday. That'll go up on Wednesday, so I will keep it brief. Caged halter top made by Bjax for YouTube tutorial. That is actively being worked on and is going to get finished. I have pulled extra blue yarn from the stash of leftovers and ends, and it is getting finished.
Good call. I am very slowly and carefully taking all of the stuff of this precarious microphone situation and putting it back on the table.
I need to update my project count. That is project number 3. I'm also making a list of all of mine.
Just so that we have titles and lists and things, right?
All right.
But so far, I
is-
don't, because they're at the table. It's the stuff I'm currently like working on. So I don't have to do any serious thinking or getting a vote on whether or not I should finish it yet. Give us a few minutes. We'll get to those projects.
I have yarn for my next pair of vanilla socks, but I have not cast them on yet, so I think those don't count.
Not yet.
It's not on the needles, so it doesn't count.
If we counted things that were bought for a specific project or have a pattern or just literally waiting for needles, we'd also be here all day.
All right.
No.
Next thing is another thing these are all things that I talked about on the podcast, so I'll be brief. This is a design for a potion bottle that won't leave me alone that I'm currently working on. Yeah. It has dice inside and you can roll them. It's like the resin potion bottles that you can pass out at the Dungeons and Dragons table, or any other tabletop game where you need health potions, or any other kind of potion that has dice in it and you just need to roll them. Yeah. Anyway, this design popped in my head and it won't leave me alone.
Or you want a potion squishy.
So I'm working on a pattern for the crochet version of one of those resin potion bottles.
Don't get me wrong. Part of me wants to make one of the potion resin bottles and just stuff it, seal it closed, and just have it as a decorative healing potion.
Yeah.
So that way,
I
if
still need
someone
to
says
figure out
that
the
they're
cord
tired
pattern.
and they need to peck me up, I can just toss it at them and it's a soft stuffy and go, here you go, have a healing potion.
Also says, I bought fabric in, oh, I'm going to say this word wrong, Montmartre. Pardon my terrible accent, in Paris 9 years ago. I should do something with that someday. Yeah. I should also do something with the fabric that I bought probably close to 9 years ago.
Oh, God. I mean, I have fabric that's that old, but I have totes worth of fabric.
Jude says, I'm running 3 timers, one for each different thing, and listening. What could possibly go wrong? Absolutely
Nothing.
nothing. This is a solid
Nothing.
plan. I
It's
endorse
going to
it.
run super smooth. You're
Yeah.
totally fine. That's
This,
one of those,
despite
like, hold my beer and watch this situations. Okay.
Despite looking exactly like the potion bottle, this is in fact the beginning of a dinosaur hat for a newborn that's coming sometime in the next week.
Okay.
So, yeah. This needs to be done before I leave for Manitoba because it's
Yes.
going to a new little baby in Manitoba that's coming very, very soon.
Yes.
Again, talked about it on the podcast, so I'm not going to go into it. But
Yeah.
let's see. Let's add this to the list. Dino hat.
Absolutely.
And that's project number 5. And that is everything that is on this desk.
Excellent.
Do you want to start into stuff that's on the floor because we have too many things to fit on a desk?
I'm going to start with some quick ones that I don't have to show because I'm not. They're blankets, guys. They're blanket projects.
Okay.
We have my jelly roll blanket,
Jelly roll.
the memories fingering weight blanket, and the quilted crochet blanket.
Type, 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 type.
Type, type, type.
Which adds 3 more projects for a total of 9.
And then the last bag, the last blanket one is my niece's high school graduation blanket. Guys, she's just going into grade 12 this fall. I still have a year, and it's bulky crochet granny squares. I have the pattern established. I just need to pick it up after Christmas and get it done before June.
You've officially hit double digits.
I knew I was going to get there with blankets and just stuff on the table, so I was like, I knew that was happening. But I don't. Blankets should take a while.
Well,
When
yeah.
all you do is blanket work, it gets very monotonous very fast. So those don't bother me. I know those are going to take forever in a hot second, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. All right. Anything else that you want to blast through that you know is safe from any voting or anything? I have hiccups.
No, everything else is stuff that I can pick up and show off.
Okay. Shall I continue? Do you want to go? I got
Shall
3
I?
projects I pulled up on the floor. You can go.
I have things on the floor, so let's go through the things on the floor / on the desk behind me.
Sure.
I have in our Northern Knits tote bag, which is
Ooh.
delightfully sweater sized.
It is. I love our tote
that
bag.
doesn't show off what it is. That's a pocket, close enough. This is the 4-hour pocket cardigan. Parker cardigan.
The 4?
Yeah.
4? My God, you got to finish that.
I really, really want to. There's too many things with deadlines, but this is one of the things that I was thinking
love
about
mine.
for the craft off for next month.
I love mine so much.
I really, really, really want to finish this.
I lived in it. I lived in it once it was done.
I want it so much. So this
So
is not
bad.
getting frogged. This is absolutely getting finished. It just got put off over the summer because hot and worsted weight wool and things with deadlines is why it's not happening right now.
Yeah,
But,
I
I
wore
want
mine
it.
in
I
the
want it.
depths of winter. I wore mine in the depths of winter like a coat.
I want it so much. It's going to
She's
go
a
under my
beefy
Jocelyn coat
lady.
and it's going to be so good.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be
My
great
teal
under
colored
the
Jocelyn coat
Jocelyn.
with the brown
Yeah,
that
yeah.
has just a little touch of teal in it, so it's going to go so well.
Oh yeah, yeah. No. It's totally the right call.
Squishy. So
I love
that
that
is
wall stitch so
absolutely still happening.
I never want to do a waffle cardigan stitch ever again in my life, but I love the one I have. Does that make sense?
Oh, in my ginger snap bag from the Edmonton Fiber Frolic,
Yeah.
is got pink triceratopses on it. Oh, I did not update my list. One second.
The balancing act while doing this live is interesting. We're gonna go with interesting.
Ooh, clatter, clatter. I have a finished back panel
Ooh.
for I think it's called the Dad's Cabled Sweater. This is
Yes,
the
it
back
is.
panel, and there is no cabling on it. If the construction noises from outside are audible on the podcast, let me know and I can shut the window. What was I saying?
Guys.
It's the front panel that's all got all the cables, and I did the back panel first because it was first in the pattern, and I believe this was our spring knit with us that I didn't finish on time. Anyway, I still really want this, and this was going to be my other option for next month's craft off because I literally just have to do the front panel, and there's no sleeves or anything, so it's a front panel and some edging,
Mhm.
which seems like it's a very doable in 1 month sort of project.
It is. It really is.
So
Which
I'm
is why
thinking my
you
craft off
picked it as
options.
your 3 month project for Craft Top.
I know. This yarn smells so
I've done
sheepy.
the same thing. I love that
Sheepy.
yarn. So good. Those are good potentials. Those are good potentials.
I need to figure out what needles, or do I still have in here the needles that I'd used for the ribbing, or did I take those out? I think I took them out to use for something. Oh. Yeah, I totally did. I took them out to use for something else. So
You would have used the needles in project pattern.
I probably did. These are 3.75s. So this is going to be this gauge is fairly tight and it's going to be toasty.
Toasty?
It's going to be toasty warm when I finish that. But I figure that seems like a good September project. And I don't have any sweater vests, and I'm very excited to have a sweater vest. Vest, okay. For project number 7.
All right. I've got socks that I'm going to change it up with. So we're going to count them as is it Sweet Romance? Is the adult Valentine's colorway name?
I think so. I think that's right.
Anyway, I started off making socks, but I made the first sock too small for my foot, and then I was like, then I had no steam to want to finish this project, and I'm pretty close to done a second sock. So I was like, no, no. And I talked with Erin, and she's like, you can totally make mittens top down. So I'm going to turn this into a mitten.
Nice.
I'm at my
I
thumb.
like this plan. Perfect.
And then get help having the stitches picked up from the first sock, rip back, and turn it into a mitten. So I'm turning these into fingering weight mittens.
I like it. This is a good plan.
I like this plan because I didn't enjoy the idea of working on the sock that wouldn't fit. But if I pull back to my heel, actually a little bit shorter, I can pull back to have a mitt thing. And I have plenty of yarn in this one to do the rest of the mitten and not have to worry about it. So that is a project that sits in its own spot because it's pending some Jocelyn Requires Assistance modifications. So I can't pick up fingering weight stitches.
Going on outside. It is obviously students moving out time and students moving in time because there are multiple giant garbage bins being pulled up onto various driveways right now to just throw out all the crap that the students left behind.
The volume
That's
of
what's
noise
going on right now.
The volume of noise in this apartment building this last month has been atrocious. Okay.
What do we got? What's number 12?
Solstice socks.
Oh, yeah.
Solstice socks. We are so keeping these because they're going to be winter house socks. Oh, yeah. Which really, when I start doing them, will go really quickly because to get gauge, I'm on like a 4 millimeter. Okay, this one's staying because they're gonna be my lounge around the house in my leggings and winter socks. And since my old lounge around the house in winter socks died, I need to get those finished. Oh, hello.
Jude was saying I'm looking forward to it being cold enough to hibernate in the faux hour cardigan again. I've also made 2 for Christmas presents this year at recipient request. Nice.
It's a freaking gorgeous cardigan. It's so nice.
And
Anybody remember
it's a
the
very
Midnight
relaxing
Slayer
pattern.
I started?
Oh, was that the capelet?
The capelet?
Was Midnight Slayer.
Midnight Slayer.
Project number 13.
I'm still keeping this one. Just under the theory that I don't actually own a hand knit cape, so. Wow. Also, this will be Jocelyn's pumpkin spice capelet once it's done. Since it's made out of pumpkin colorways of the colorway called Jocelyn. And it lives in this bag.
That's a fun bag.
It is
Where'd
a
that
fun
one
bag.
come from?
I don't remember. I think I got it as a gift. I'm not the best for all of the memory and the things and the stuff. I have a memory, but it's for the weirdest things.
Like lyrics from your 4th grade choir concert, Christmas concert one year? That's what takes up space in my head.
No, but pretty close. Pretty close.
Similarly useless?
Yeah. You want me to sing Amanda Marshall at any point karaoke? Done. Doesn't matter. I know the song's lyrics.
You want me to recite the entirety of the Cremation of Sam McGee from memory? Takes about 4.5 minutes to perform.
No, thank you.
I can do it.
Yeah, no, it's useless garbage stuffed in my headpan. All right. Do you want to go for a bit?
Sure, I got a few more hanging around.
Boy, do I have more than a few.
In this lovely bag from the also from the Edmonton Fiber Frolic.
Oh yeah.
So with
I
the
forgot about
copper
that bag.
printed flowers on the canvas bag and the leather.
That lady
I
was so
absolutely-
nice.
She was lovely. I
God, she
don't
was
remember
such
what
a
her name
lovely
was,
lady.
but I'm pretty certain I kept that. Yes, I did keep the tag. Look at me.
She pronounced my name correctly. Like nobody pronounces my name correctly.
Handmade in Airdrie, Alberta.
Mm-hmm.
Isabel. Oh, I can't read this. Gatsign? Gatsign? Gatsin? Probably Gatsin if it's French.
Probably Gatsby. She was definitely French because she pronounced my name correctly. The only people who pronounce my name correctly are people who are French speaking. It's fine. I'm never offended.
Oh, hey.
I'm not sure what they're
appropriate needles in
constructing
here.
across the street, but it involves the use of skill saws and cement jackhammers. I don't know, guys. It just is what it is at this point in the season.
So this is the body of the 2-week sweater challenge from February, where I was making Mr. Diana a...
Steinkrieger!
Yeah, thank you, Steinkrieger, the Stone Warrior.
Yeah.
I have 2 sleeves in here, so the sleeves are done. The body is almost done up to the color work, where you join the sleeves and do the color work.
He's a big man.
Well, I think...
He's smaller than me.
Yeah, I didn't actually finish the 2 weeks. There was some reason that I stopped that I don't remember now. I think I had to go somewhere or I got sick or
think so.
something, and so I technically still
oh, no,
had
you went to like
5
Jamaica,
days.
didn't you? Was that
Oh,
just,
maybe that was it. Maybe I went to
was
Jamaica.
that when you drew Jamaica?
That might be it, because that was the last week in February that happened.
Yeah, that would have been when you went
Could
to
be
Jamaica.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I had to put it down, and to my memory, I still technically have 5 days to finish it.
Yes.
And again, bulky weight wool, didn't want to work on it over the summer, and now I have deadlines. So when I have 5 days to focus on it, I'm going to see if I can actually finish it in 5 days, and to my mind, that still counts as a sweater in 2 weeks. There was just a really long gap in the middle of the 2 weeks.
I mean, you're technically not wrong. You're definitely not in the spirit of the 2 week knit-along, but you're technically not wrong.
Technically.
I think you should do that and the sweater vest as
Yeah, Alice is also
your
suggesting
craft out
this for the
check-in.
craft off. So
Because if
yeah,
it's
that's
just
okay.
5 days and you're traveling,
That would be all right, and it fits in this
that
nice
would
little
work.
bag
Yeah,
because it's very
because
squishy, despite
you're
being a
gonna.
whole man-sized sweater.
Yeah, well, yeah, your man isn't that man-sized. That
Okay,
sounded wrong, guys. He's not 6 feet tall. He's a perfectly average-sized human being,
he is slightly larger than me. He is in fact
which is
one t-shirt
perfectly
size
fine.
larger than me. So
Which is
it's not.
perfectly fine. There is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with being under 6 feet tall and being a guy. Nothing. I just
No.
come from a family of tall ass freaks. We're all like 6'4" and up if we're male for whatever flippin' reason.
Okay, so currently sitting with this and the sweater vest for craft off
Yes.
because
Okay.
those
Okay.
are small enough to transport, where the
Well, not
four
even so much
is
that, but
not.
like if you leave it behind because you don't want to work on it while you're here, neither one of those is not inconceivably complete in 2 weeks as a background work. Does that make sense?
Hmm. How do you spell Steinkrieger?
Like a skein of beer, like a no, yeah, like a stein
I
of
don't know.
beer,
It doesn't matter as long as I
stein
know
of
what I
beer
mean
and
in my
Krieger.
notes. It's fine.
Just write Stone
Project
Warrior.
number 8. Oh, I got one more hanging out.
You've got one more.
I've got one more hanging out, not in the official bin of whips.
Okay. I don't have an official bin of whips.
I have an official bin of whips
What I
after I
do
did my big
have
stash cleanup.
is a jack bag.
Got one more thing. Also in a thing that I bought probably at the Edmonton Fiber Frolic is my rainbow ladybug bag.
Oh, you totally did. Oh no, or was that? Yeah, because it's
Or
the
is
same.
that something
Was
else?
that? I think that might have been the Manitoba Fiber Festival
I don't know. I remember it's a
last
So
year.
Shannon bag, but I do not
Yeah,
remember
because
which
it's
event it was at.
because that's when I got my Hello Bees bag.
Anyway, this is the sparkly Stephen West MCAL that is not even on needles right now.
Oh, geez.
I think it's last year's MCAL. So yet another reason why I'm not doing this year's Stephen West MCAL.
She
I
said that
love how
last
they
year, guys.
look. I know. I love how they look, but the sad truth is I hate knitting them. Because he invariably does all of this I-cord, and I despise I-cord. And it looks so cool, and it's worth it. But I hate making I-cord. So I'm going to finish this, because it's sparkly and ridiculous, and I love it. And I'm past
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I-cord part now.
Good.
But I'm not making another one.
We're done.
It's not
We acknowledge
happening.
it. We acknowledge we love the look of it, but we hate the making. Okay,
Yes.
that is fair. That is. I love the look of cabled sweaters. I love the look of cabled sweaters. I love the look of fitted male cable sweaters on me.
Yeah.
All over cables. Big cables, little
Yes.
cables, complicated cables.
Big
Yes.
chunky cables.
Will I ever make one? No. Because I know I don't enjoy cabling. So
Does anybody remember what that shawl was called?
last year's West
Was-
MCAL? No.
Yeah.
Sparkle
Somebody in
and Pop?
chat will know.
Nope, that was before.
No, that was not Speckle and Pop, and I don't think it was Twists and Turns. I think that's the other
Twisted
one.
Turns was before.
I think that's the other one I have in the bin.
God, I don't remember. I don't remember.
Somebody in chat will know.
Oh yeah, somebody in chat though. But you can write West MCAL and update your
Yep.
total.
So I'm sitting at 9, and you're sitting at 13.
Oh Jesus, Murphy. Nordic Night sweater. I'm into charts. Look at that chart. Look at that shirt. I don't care that I had this yarn for
Twist and
almost.
Turned. That one. Okay.
Is it twisted?
Anyway, yes, your chart's very pretty.
I don't care that fingering weight pullover sweaters aren't something I wear very often. I really freaking love this bloody color and this stupid chart, and I want to finish it.
You want to finish it so bad you're going to eat it?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. I mean, do what you want, I guess.
why I gotta let some projects go. Yeah, I ate my own
Apparently, this one
hair
has
out
twists
of
and
my own
turns. Okay.
project. Punch the microphone with the super sketchy setup. But, Jack, without question, that's been a long whip. Like it's been a, I want to do this for a while, and it's been a slow go. I think I need to get past the chart so it's roundy roundy. So again, I can just have it for roundy roundy purposes. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
Also says, I love the
Ooh,
color for that sweater. I
it
also
was
love the
such
color
a
for the
good
sweater.
color.
It's a good color.
Okay, so this one we're gonna put in the I might rip pile. Even though I
Okay.
like it, I'm not sure I'm ever gonna finish it, which means I
What is it?
shouldn't keep it. My lacy petals.
Ah. I like the lacy petals you made for me.
I know, I like the lacy petals I made for you too, but I'm not sure I'm ever going to finish this. I like it, I like the look of it, but I don't want to work on it. Does that make sense? Like if I could just
Yeah.
ditch this and start working on the Nordic Night sweater right now, I would.
Knitting Purple says, rip, rip, rip.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what I gotta do with that one. In my nerds freaking rule bag, I'm still going strong. Oh, it's my Find Your Fade, my second Find Your Fade. We're not
Ooh.
ripping the Star Trek Find Your Fade.
No, that one's too pretty.
That's too pretty. This one we're keeping. Maybe is a September craft off?
Oh, yeah. Progress
Get
for
some more
September
work
craft
done on?
off.
Yeah. Because it's a seven skein shawl. Like it's a big thing, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, spam but no, I guess. Write down Find Your Fade, Star Trek Find Your Fade, but we're keeping that one. I should be like, what, 15, 16? I'm almost at 20. Okay. Yeah. I still have lots to go.
Also suggesting for craft off, do one skein on that one.
Yeah, that's 100 grams. That's good. Like, get through one color into a next color fade or aim for
Yeah.
like a color fade or two. I think that'd be good. The rows aren't too long yet. Okay. Do you still have a plethora to go?
I still have my official bin. I've
Let's
done
get
everything
started
that's
on your
not in
bin.
the bin. Right?
I'm
Yeah,
onto
I
the
no longer
floor.
have crap sitting over there, so this is good.
Okay. Start it on your bin. I want to see some other stuff.
Starting on the bin. Karen has joined us in chat. I almost forgot about
Hey,
this. Hi,
Karen.
everyone.
I have the
Okay.
burps. Oh.
In this bag that seems to have wheat on it, I think. Ah, this is the King's Flame, which was a test knit for you from like 5 years
The
ago.
pattern? It's been released for so long.
I know, but look
I should
how
reknit
pretty
it
it
in new
is.
colors and update the photos.
But look how pretty it is. So I don't want to rip it because I finally got through all these stupid baubles.
I swear.
Anyway. I do still want this. I do not want to rip it. The colors are so pretty. All right, let's update the notes here. This is I'm officially in double digits. King's Flame. And I'm officially 10 projects in.
Oh, I'm almost at 20.
You're at 16.
Hey, you go again. I need your total to get higher.
I will catch up. Fear not, it's a fairly full bin. Okay, this is a large bag that is needlessly large for the project that's in it. And actually, now that I have some smaller bags, I might rehome this into a smaller bag.
Guys, we need to peer pressure her into letting go of some stuff she'll never use.
No. Karen says, I heard weed instead of wheat. No, wheat.
Yes, wheat.
Wheat with a T.
Wheat. Yep.
This has been frogged and restarted several times. It's the Stormborn shawl, which is a lace MCAL that I started trying to do in 2014 when I was not ready for a lace MCAL.
That's literally a decades old project next year.
It is. I still like the
Decade.
concept of it, but I'm getting closer and closer to being ready to rip it.
Decade. How
I'm getting
old is
closer.
your niece?
8?
That's
Yeah, I
older
know
than
there's
your
whole humans on
niece.
this world that are newer than this project. Let me just Okay, let me rehome it into a smaller project bag for a start. But it
Okay.
is a candidate for ripping.
Okay. Can we put that in a serious think pile?
I will put it in a separate pile to
8
seriously think about
years.
ripping.
Because next year is
And then I should
2024.
really rewind this ball of yarn because it's been hand wound into this ball for 10 years. And that's probably not healthy for it.
No.
It was
That's
before
a
I knew.
decade.
I
That's a
started
decade
knitting in
long.
2011 and I tried to do this in 2014. So
Well, that's fine. Like that doesn't seem like an unachievable scale for skill
it was
sets.
a little too intense for where I was at the time. Anyway,
Okay.
this I will put to the side
Maybe.
in a in a maybe.
And a
What was that?
maybe.
Stormborn as a candidate for RIP. This is project number 11.
Okay.
Okay. And I will actually just straight update this right away to project number 12,
12.
which
That makes
is
sense.
the other Stephen West MCAL that this was the one that I thought was Twists and Turns, but it is not. It is called something else that I do not remember the
Oh,
name of.
good. Is that the one with
The
those
cord is
loops?
still in it, but I liberated the needles for something.
Okay.
Do I remember what that is? Probably not. And actually, I think I'm done whatever I needed the needles for.
Yeah,
So I could probably put them back.
you could. Is this another one where you've made enough progress that you want to finish it?
Yes. This was, I think,
Okay.
this is whatever this one is.
Whatever this one is.
I
Oh,
don't
it's the one
remember
with
what
the
this is.
color wedges.
Yeah. I don't
Oh, that
remember
was a
what this
good
one was
one.
called.
I like that one. That was like
That's,
a
but
couple of years
this was
ago.
a craft off a couple months ago, and I got through this I-cord loopy bit, and I am not
Yes.
frogging that.
Nope, that's fair.
That took me 5 days of very dedicated work to do that one row.
Listen,
Shawlography, thank you.
you don't make shawls with Stephen West. You make works of art with Stephen West. And works of art are work.
Yeah,
That's why
you really
I've
have
got
to
that
be
one. I
ready
got that
for
one
it.
crochet magazine that I keep because it's got that glass window pane cathedral ceiling look. Remember that? It had
Oh,
all that, yeah.
yeah.
And I look at it every year I pull it out and I go,
One day.
one
Yeah.
day I am making this king-sized bed circular stained glass window blanket. And I am not ready to commit to that level of blanket yet. We're still at Granny Swears that get connected blanket. I'm not ready for that much blanket. I'm not ready for that much blanket. I will be at some point. I'm just not there yet.
Anyway, so I still want to make that. That is another thing that I actually honestly really want to work on, but things have deadlines right now.
That's fair. I mean, I'm in the same boat. Like, there's things I want to work on, but there's deadlines right now. So I've got to do the deadlines first. Will it stop me from asking Aaron to
I
pick up those stitches for mittens on Friday? No, no, it won't.
need to cut the tag off of this bag. I don't know why there's still a tag on it. Anyway, I have a cute little flower bag, which will be project number 13. These are the Zelda socks, which are hiding very near the bottom. Here we go. I was
Those
like,
were a
I
while
didn't
ago.
start the second sock. No, it's the swatch
First,
that is the cup cozy.
yes. I love that Lattes and Llamas does cup cozies as their gauge swatches.
Yeah, I should
So
put
cute.
that with my cups so I can use it as a cup cozy. Anyway,
Absolutely.
I got to the foot of this thing and I was not in a colorwork place when I was trying to be working on this, and it was
Yeah.
making me angry.
Yeah.
Um,
It's the same with the solstice socks. When I'm in the right space, it's just gonna fly and I'll be done.
I'm still not really in a place of. I did the Stegosaurus sweater, and that's about all the color work I can handle right now. But I do love these, and I do want to finish them. And I especially love this purple color. It's Fireweed Fiber Co.
Oh yeah.
And I have a full skein in here that has ball bands still, so I can tell you that it is A Time to Stand, which was the Star Trek May colorway.
Okay, that's fine. If you're not in a colorwork spot, it's not like you have
So,
16 sets of socks on the go.
no, literally, this is my only pair of socks I have on the go right now. I don't even have vanilla socks. I have
Yeah.
yarn ready to go
So
for
like
vanilla socks, but they're not even on the
one
needles.
one sock is
It's
that's
just,
not.
it's so pretty. So I'm gonna finish these, just not right now.
Okay. I
That's a
technically
later thing.
have twice as many socks on the needles as you do because I have 4 socks on the needle right now.
Okay, that was my 13th thing. Those are the
One secret, one's
Zelda
two at a time,
socks.
one's solstice, and one's being turned into mittens. But technically, as of this moment, I have 4 socks on the go.
All right, I'm sitting at 13 to your
Right.
16.
Let's
Also
talk about the
says I should
glaze.
keep Zelda and rip Stormborn. I probably should. I probably should.
Really should let
And that
Stormborn
would help with
go.
my project count being +1 for
Just my
July
brain
and
goes.
June and July.
You
I was
already
+1 June and
have.
July, but so I need to be negative. I should ideally be at -3 projects for August. That's the goal.
Okay, okay. This is the glaze sweater. It's
I'm
a
gonna
off
spell
the
that wrong.
shoulders 80s style sweater that you would wear with leggings for dance class. This is for nostalgia purposes. I will not see a ton of wear with me because it is a bulky weight alpaca yarn that has been blown into a nylon tube. So when I say this thing is feather light, I mean it is feather light.
I've touched it. It doesn't weigh anything.
It doesn't weigh a
It
thing.
defies physics and weighs nothing.
And it's gorgeous and it's swooshy and I like it.
Oh, I
Am I
did
going to
spell it
stop?
right.
No,
Look at me go.
because for the life of me, it took me forever to find a pattern to want to make out of this yarn, which I just bought a sweater quantity knowing at some point I would run across something, right? And it's super easy. 2 panels, got these huge on purpose holes, purposeful holes for ventilation purposes.
Mm-hmm.
And I wants to finish it. My needles weigh more than the project.
They totally do.
My needles probably weigh more than all the yarn combined, I feel like, which is a slight over exaggeration, but not by much. So this is not for debate. This one I want to finish. I also know that I probably won't pick it up till like Christmas time. Like
I'm
once
just
I'm
gonna
done
mute
with my
myself
Christmas
while I open
stuff.
this thing.
Okay. That way, when I'm done my Christmas knitting and I'm just knitting for fun and relaxing, it's a 2 row repeat back and forth. So like that's something I could take to Christmas celebrations if we do them at my family's house. We never know if mom and dad are coming down till just before mom and dad come down, which is fine. We can either do something on Zoom, we could do something by ourselves, we could do something as a family. We're not tied to it. So I'm not worried. Either way, I'm either well, I mean, I will be sitting on Zoom with Elsa at one point over the Christmas holidays, chatting and knitting anyway, so I might work on it then. Who knows? What are you? Are you even? Do I have to count you yet? No, I don't. You're not on the needles.
It's a theoretical knit.
It's the for God, words, stuff, things. Sunset Highway sweater.
Mmm. I want to make one of
But
those
it's
too.
just the yarn for the Sunset Highway sweater. It's not on the needles, it's not wound, it's not even swatched. It don't count. Yes. All right. Oh God. I'll do one more, then it's your turn again. Ooh, this one also doesn't count. Excellent. I'm
Also
gonna
says
make
our
the
Christmas
is.
chats are the best company for Christmas.
They are the Iskald sweater.
Oh
I've
yeah.
had the yarn for this for ages. I don't have free needles. But this is another one that is really, it's a simple V-neck sweater. Like it could be basic roundy knitting even when you're doing the shoulder increases, like right off the hop if I just had spare needles. I don't have spare needles.
You
I
gotta finish your whips and
require
things.
More needles.
Finish or rip some things.
I need more needles.
What size of needles?
I gave you a bunch of needles because I don't enjoy the cord on them.
Was the only time I've had issues at the airport with knitting needles because I just had this bag of knitting needles.
Bag full of knitting needles.
I thought they were going to take them away. It's like, oh. They didn't, but they almost did.
Oh, that would have sucked. All right. You want to do some?
Sure. Also says your advent will need sizes.
Sizes for what? Oh, she means needles.
Yep.
So I'm not allowed coffee every day. It's a problem. The most used size that I need on average is 4 millimeters. I use 4 millimeters because I'm doing more in fingering weight yarns, and I almost always get gauge on a 4 millimeter. And even if I don't get gauge on a 4 millimeter, that tends to be the fabric I like the best. 3.75 is denser, and I don't want a dense sweater knit because I run warm. I want a nice, loose sweater gauge. So I'm at the upper end of fingering weight gauges. But to do that, like to get 20 stitches, 20 to 22 stitches on 4 inches on stockinette in fingering, I have to use a 4 millimeter. Now remember, I'm getting gauge for the solstice socks and color work on a 4 millimeter. So when I'm paying attention, my knitting gets tighter. And I currently have gauge for the Woodwose sweater, again, on a 4 millimeter.
This is the right hand bit.
Most people need like a 3.5. I don't use 3.5s or 3.75s very often, so like I don't really have any of those. So like realistically, I should get a 3.75 and a 3.5 for the one time I'm going to need it. What I use are 4 millimeters consistently. And because I'm always using all of my 4 millimeters, I wear them out because I'm always using them. Because I knit so tight, not that I register it.
My teacup bag.
Ooh,
I
I
have
forgot about the teacup
Hogwarts
bag.
mitts that are eventually going to be yours
Oh
when I
my
finish them.
God. Those are
Again, not really in a
lady.
colorwork place, but they're so soft. I was using
That's out of the wool like,
wool-like?
right?
Yeah,
I love that stuff.
yeah, loops and threads wool-like,
Yeah,
which I believe is
yeah,
100%
yeah.
acrylic.
It is. I made the 1908
Oh no,
shawl.
it's acrylic nylon.
I made the 1908 shawl out of it. You can put that on your shoulders when you get here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
so I have most of a right mitten, and they're going to be a present for Jocelyn eventually. More craft off. They should be finished. Okay, this is another craft off option.
Thinking maybe like November before you get into the December rush, give yourself a color work month and work
Maybe.
on the Zelda socks or the mittens. And then in December, when you're doing that last minute Christmas knitting, pick something easier.
I did not update my project count. That was number 14.
Oh my God, it's too far away.
Hogwarts mitts. Mittens. Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. Okay, I've got the correct project count. I've got 14 to your 17, so I'll keep going.
Okay. I'm trying to fetch the rest of the stuff off the floor.
In Space Bag, I have somehow stuffed a sweater project.
Okay.
It's the Garter Marlar, which is another project that I really do want to work on, but again, deadlines. But I got like the yoke done, and I was liking. I think I got the short rows done, or the short rows were almost done, and it's like so close to just being roundy knitting. I am going to transfer this into that bigger bag that I just liberated.
I was like,
This is
did you just
ridiculous.
free up a bag?
Actually, I'm going to put this into the, as I run stuff over, I'm going to put this into my new B-Sides bag.
Ooh. From your B-side swag
things.
from this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it for being a volunteer.
That's cute.
Actually, I think I was wearing my volunteer shirt when we recorded yesterday, so you'll see the volunteer shirt on Wednesday's episode.
I don't know
So let
what
me
you're
just.
wearing.
It was the orange. It was an orange shirt.
Oops.
What is this?
That
Oh, that's a ball band.
is design work. We don't count design work.
That's a lot
Are
of.
you
Okay, here we go.
updated?
Sorry. This is project number 15. This is the Garter Marlar by Stephen West.
Oh, I know where this is and why we're waiting on this one. Okay. This is almost finished. I'm not ripping it. I do need to wait
I got
for.
all the needles I need in there. Okay, there we go. This is definitely not getting ripped.
Oop, whatever.
Because I want to work on it. I would work on it right now if I didn't have deadlines.
I have to wait to get an extra ball of brown yarn. So I need an extra ball of chocolate yarn to finish the crocheted everyday cardigan. I gotta get an extra ball because half a ball is not enough to do a nice big wide lapel front collar piece to finish the sweater. So I
That looks so
need
good.
I think another ball or two of brown.
Sorry, that
I'm gonna
one's
have
called
to
the which one?
the everyday cardigan by Hey Crochet with Carrie. I made some modifications. It's a shallow V-neck, and I made my V-neck deeper. So I need to have a more intense lapel neckline to keep it on my shoulders.
Fair, fair.
Because right now the shoulder contact point is kind of small. So I need that lapel to widen that.
Karen says it's a very pretty cardigan.
But it closes in the front under the boobies before
That's
I
exciting.
put my button band on. So it will have a functioning button band.
Wow.
What?
Weird.
What? Weird, right? But I know the half ball I have is not enough, so I need another ball or two. So I need to go get it. Is what I need to do. Is I need to go, Erin, I need a ball or two. So I can, because they'll definitely not be the same dye lot, so that I can essentially fade in the two new balls so that it doesn't look too out of place with a slightly different dye lot of brown. But I'm like 3/4 done this. I just need to go get the yarn and do the ball band thing. Do the neckband thing. So we're
Chat likes
keeping
your
this
sweater.
one. I like it too, and I love it when I put it on, and it's wonderful and soft and cozy and made entirely of DK weight Tweety yarn, so it's amazing. I just need another ball or two of brown.
Also was asking, did you ever finish the dolls from Nightmare Before Christmas?
No, I ripped Sally because I knew my tension has changed, so I need to redo them. But what I want to do is because I have the patterns, I want to make them in smaller versions. Because right now I bought the large stuffy pattern.
Right.
So I want to downsize the yarn from worsted to fingering so I can have tree ornament sized ones. So I can have just like extra large tree ornaments in my tree of Jack, Sally, Oogie Boogie. So I need to do some modifications for it. But yes, no, I ripped those. I have Oogie Boogie's finished and Zero's finished, but I didn't finish Jack and I didn't finish Sally. So did I buy a collection of crochet stuffy patterns for the Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, I did. Do I feel bad about it? No, I don't. Oh, this one is also not on the needles. I don't have to cut this one out. Excellent.
I have one project left.
I think I have more than one. Do you want to go for your last one while I do the last bit of sorting and then I'll wrap us up?
In the very bottom. There. This is the official whip bin. It is officially empty.
Okay.
So I'm topping out at 16 projects, which is a heck of a lot better than the 20 something I had last time I did this.
Yes.
Oh, it's the Fossil Frenzy.
I remember that one.
the Fossil Frenzy where I got the color work at the bottom, and it's literally finish the color work at the bottom
Oh, geez,
and do an
lady.
edging on the sleeves.
Okay, you know how tempting it is to change my mind? Okay, no vest, Steinkrieger, Fossil Frenzy.
So I suppose this could maybe potentially, possibly be an option for the craft off. Karen says, okay, you need to finish that now, F the deadlines.
It's stupid
All
close
right,
to
I'm
finish.
submitting the
It's
Fossil
stupid.
Frenzy as an option for craft off.
Submitting the Fossil Frenzy just goes into your suitcase and comes here.
I think I only did one size of needles, and I've got all the yarn I need. I very wisely changed out to doing one ball of the background color for the colorwork part, because can you imagine trying to stripe two balls of background color?
No. No.
All right.
Okay.
So there are four things in the pile for potential craft off. So we can come back to that at the end and settle on what two things are going to be for the craft off.
My back panel for my, I forget. Summer
Summer.
Breeze.
Yeah. Summer Breeze. Wait, wasn't the red one Summer Breeze?
No, the red one's a spring mesh.
Oh, right.
Let's hold it right side up.
Okay, this one is Summer Breeze.
Oh, we're
Okay,
finishing
number
this
19.
one. We're finishing this one.
Good.
This one I'll wear.
Also says you need to finish the Summer Breeze and the red one, which we just said was Spring Mesh. Yes.
Yes, we did.
I will second that.
You will second that?
I will second that motion.
Okay. I'm glad you seconded that motion.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a talk about the Spring Breeze, guys. Or Spring Breeze, the Spring Mesh. I don't think it's surviving a non-rip situation.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Last thing. My sister's Christmas blanket from last year. I should probably finish the last few rounds of this and get it done.
Ideally before Christmas this year.
Yes. But I think
Very attractive, I'm sure, having food hanging out of my face while I type and don't say anything.
I'm gonna rip the Roman helmet.
Gasp.
I'm gonna rip it.
Were you, like, done besides you needed some buttons or something?
There's some fiddly finishing bits and stuff, but eh, eh, I'm not vibing it anymore. It's gonna go.
Okay, that was 21.
Well,
this is the red one, so this is 22.
Yeah, this is the last one. Okay.
Knitting Purple says, I vote for the two closest to finishing for craft off. And Karen says,
Always
I'll
a
finish
good
it for
option.
you, the Roman helmet.
I'm not vibing with it, so it's fine. I'm gonna let it go. Here is the spring mesh. Now I knew I was taking a bit of a guess with the length of it because I was so tight on yardage. And I really love this color. So pretty. But when I put it on and I stitch marker closed the side seams, it's not drapey.
Okay.
So even with an aggressive block and knowing that cotton doesn't maintain its shape worth crap.
Mm-hmm.
Cotton doesn't. Cotton is she's a shapeless bastard. She knows what she is, and that's fine. It'll just end up in your closet.
I
because it'll
mean,
be too
I'm not
snug
upset
and
about that. I don't want to keep stealing your stuff.
she's too short and too snug, so she doesn't fit into the parameters of what I wear. So I think I gotta rip her.
That is sad. It's a really pretty color, though. Definitely got to make something with that
Such
color.
It's a gorgeous color and it's a gorgeous cotton. I don't want to waste the cotton. Does that make sense? Or this
Karen says
color.
that sounds like a rip and knit something light and breezy.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I'll go find a super breezy knit top in a like a very lacy pattern and try to get like a tunic tank top over I could do where I could just toss it over another tank top or something. So this has to get ripped. I am going to rip three things.
Yes, I have lacy petals, Roman helmet, and spring mesh marked for rip for
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna rip those.
And you
Not
came
as
in
much
at
as I want.
22 projects.
Does that include the things I'm ripping?
That includes the things you're ripping.
Which brings me down to 19, 18,
19. Yes?
19?
Wait. Yeah.
22 minus 3 is 19.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Oasa is asking, could you stripe it with something?
Uh, yeah, but I'd have to make the stripes work. I'd have to essentially recrochet the whole thing anyway.
Yeah. And yes, I have the Stormborn for ripping, so that'll bring me down to 15, and my potion bottle barely counts. That's more like a design thing that I'm doing.
I didn't
But
count my
it
designs.
was here on my desk.
But I think for sure my Summer Breeze cardigan as one option for craft off. But what do I do as my other option for craft off? Oh wait, never mind.
Done with
We
that.
said the I put it down here.
Yeah. Okay, so we're figuring out what we're doing for craft off.
I think the Summer Breeze cardigan or my Find Your Fade shawl.
Karen's suggesting Christmas blanket.
I
And
feel like
yes, also I have
Christmas
one more
blanket.
design thing that I did not talk about. Because it's secret.
It's secret. I think the Christmas blanket needs to be a sit the F down and get it finished.
Okay, so not a craft off.
Yeah. I need to just get through this week's worth of stuff and like next week before you come, make my goal be get that blanket crocheted and finished.
Just gonna cut the tag off of this bag finally. Don't know why that's even still on there. Because now that it's off, I can properly drawstring the drawstring bag closed.
Oh jeez.
Oh hey, did you know it has pockets on the outside? That's convenient. Look at that. It's got little pockets. I didn't even realize.
Things Diana discovers. Yeah, no, because I'm down to like literally the final repeat or two of the pattern in black and it's finished. Now each side of the blanket now takes me 35 to 40 minutes to crochet.
Oof.
So all the way around it's almost 2 hours, but it is a beefy couch throw for people who are all 5'8" and taller. I forgot to put my phone on silent.
Also says we need an afternoon of crafting and chatting next week.
Oh God, I need a lot of things next week, like more time.
We'll see.
Need more
If we do,
time.
it'll be a little bit last minute. Because I'm depending on my flight to actually happen when it says it's going to happen, which historically it hasn't always. So that could throw everything out the window.
We're a little bit dependent on flights and having, well, I mean, if we do that stuff we're going to do before, so we don't have to do it when you're here, that'll make our lives easier.
Also that.
And there'll be more crafting and visiting time and less, running around getting stuff prepped.
Yeah.
So I like that idea a lot. Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so for my craft off
What
options,
is okay?
there was the purple dad's cabled vest.
Yep.
That's an option. There's whoa, as things fall on the ground. There's Mr. Diana's Steinkrieger,
Yep.
which has a body and sleeves and just needs like a little more body and then the colorwork yoke.
Literally the
have
fun part of the sweater.
literally yes. We have the Fossil Frenzy,
Okay.
which just needs dinosaur colorwork, a hem, and then like a couple rows on the sleeves because they're cap sleeves. So they're essentially done. It's just like I need like 2 rows of white and a bind off.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then this bag was the Hogwarts mitten. This is the Hogwarts mittens is for you.
I vote Steinkrieger and dinosaur sweater.
Okay. So and Sherry votes cabled vest and Steinkrieger. So
Who for
this says pick the
Steinkrieger?
oldest project. Okay, we have 2 votes for Steinkrieger, so it's currently in the lead. Pick the oldest project.
That'll be the mittens.
The mittens. Okay, so everything else has 1 vote. Okay, dinosaur and Steinkrieger. Okay, it's definitely going to be the Steinkrieger.
We all agree that
Okay.
that super fast, if you sit down 4 hours later, you've got a bulky weight yoke done, should be a thing, yes.
Okay, we have 2 votes for dinosaurs.
Okay.
Dinosaurs is not the oldest thing.
Mittens no, Hogwarts mittens are.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally did. I did the Steinkrieger yoke in a night. Like it was one night.
Oh yeah, I think I did something very similar on mine. And sorry, your vote was Steinkrieger and vest?
Fossil Frenzy.
Fossil Frenzy, okay. Yeah. Sounds like it's Fossil Frenzy and Steinkrieger. Those seem to have the most votes.
Excellent.
All right.
I had less
Fossil Frenzy and Steinkrieger. I will photograph these for Friday. Saturday. My votes happen on Saturday.
Yes. It's like, that's a day earlier than you think you should be doing it.
Yep. Yep. Okay, Dino and Steinkrieger. Solid leaders.
Solid leaders? Okay. And
Did I show the crochet bralette in blue? Yes, that was like one of the first things I talked about extremely briefly. It's still here. It's not done yet. It will be done probably this week. It's so close.
It's mostly because we recorded the podcast yesterday, so like you guys will see the in-depth chat for that literally on Wednesday.
So I went through it super quick.
Super quick. Yeah. Which makes sense.
All right, and then I have one thing to rip. And then I should really recake that ball. That poor stressed
You really should
ball.
Recake that ball, yes.
I should recake that ball.
Yeah. And I've got 3 things to rip, which makes me feel better.
And, I mean, the potion bottle barely counts. I'm going to finish that. Literally, when we're done here, I'm going to work on that. Baby hat's getting done this week because it has to come with me next week.
Mm-hmm.
Psst, where's your maple leaf shawl? I ripped that last time that we did this. Or when it was, I think it was my craft off a few months back.
I'm so happy you ripped that.
Anyway, I gave up and I ripped it out. It does not exist anymore.
Yeah. It's good. You're learning to recognize that there's some things you just
not
while it's pretty, it's just not going to happen.
So everything that I have in my bin right now, or, you know, not in my bin, everything lying around that's half finished there are things that I want to work on.
Good.
Except for the Stormborn. I'm going to rip the Stormborn.
Rip the Stormborn.
Maybe not today, but I'm going to rip it on a day where I feel like setting up my Swift so I can recake that ball.
You're going to feel so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one.
You forgot one? Oh, no.
I don't know where the project bag is, but the sundress.
Sundress?
Remember I started a sundress?
I'm upping you to 23. What sundress?
It was literally last month's craft off project that we talked about. Because I was going to make pajamas, but I didn't like the way the short side had too much bulk, so I decided to go with a sundress instead for a sundress PJs.
It says pull the needle out now? Okay.
Then you've committed.
Then I've committed. I'm also going to commit by recycling this mass of paper. Crash.
Okay.
There's a whole skein in here that I haven't even, like, I never even unskeined it. It was very pretty. So what do I do with the 2 skeins of this?
How much yardage do you have?
Ball band says 430 yards.
So 800 and change. Oh, super sketchy setup.
860 yards of sock yarn. Oh hey, it's got some of those stitch markers that I've been looking for. Great. I can add those back to the collection.
Project bag win, but it's in a project
Notions
bag,
that I need
guys.
to clean up. Okay, there. The needles are out.
Oop, cat.
That is needles that are out. All right, here we go. I'm ripping it as we chat.
Good.
What is going on here with this? Okay, here we go. Got it.
I definitely have a crochet summer dress somewhere.
If you say so. I still legitimately do
I
not.
don't want to. I
Where'd you
love
remember?
chat's
What color was
probably
it?
like, oh yeah, we remember that. I'm
What color
using
was
4
it?
skeins of Karen cake yarn in a green yellow.
It would look good.
Audrey
as a tank top or a
sundress.
sweater. Ooh. I don't know if do I have enough for a sweater?
You've got 2 skeins, so if you find another 2 skeins in a color you like, yes, you can stripe them. Or you could do a color work fingering weight sweater, like that's all over color work, and go find a main color. But with those 2 skeins, you've been doing a lot of things. Like if you do another, if you like the look of the Summer Secret crop.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a 1 skein with how much leftover I had.
Yeah. Or a tank top pattern for you would be 2 skeins.
Oh, is that the Juliet dress? The sundress you're talking about?
No, I did show you the Juliet dress. I would need more yarn to do the Juliet dress. Way more yarn.
Says,
I
I
want to
remember
do
you
that.
talking about it and showed it a pattern. Are you sure you didn't dream the sundress? No, Tracy remembers the dress.
Thank you, Tracy. It was just a band when I showed you guys. It was just a crochet band. I hadn't even started the cups yet on the front part. It was just the front band I showed. So
Karen
super early beginning stages.
Okay.
I put it in a different project bag and I don't know where I put the project bag.
Yeah, I'm with Nancy. I remember the PJs, but not the dress.
Well, the plan was the PJs, but the time I did the shorts,
then you didn't like the PJs.
I folded the waistband, and then I thought about having yet another layer of cotton on top of that.
There,
for the tank top.
Done. Stormborn doesn't exist anymore. I'm
Beautiful.
downgrading my project count.
It would have been 3 layers of worsted weight cotton right around my middle.
Right.
That's not summer PJs.
I remember the PJs, and I remember you didn't like the PJs, and I remember you were going to do something else with the yarn.
The dress.
But I don't remember. Yeah. I have no memory of what the dress was ultimately supposed to look like.
Okay. Cool beans. I might put that on like the craft off with Louise, because that's coming up not this Thursday, but like next Thursday. So I'm gonna have to pick a project for that. Lots going on, man. Life be busy.
Craft off is gonna be Steinkrieger and Fossil Frenzy. There we go.
Bingo.
Golden Hour
so
sundress, says Asa.
Thank you.
Oh, and a link. There's even a link.
I posted a link in the pattern thing. It's like I know I have
I'm
put
gonna click on this
places.
link. What is? Yeah, I have no memory of this, but I like it. It's cute.
Because I think it'd be a really cute PJ dress for the house.
That would be cute. Where was I when you were talking about this? Because I have zero memory of this.
I swear to you, I talked to you about it.
Chad remembers too. I apparently was not present. I was present in body, but not in spirit.
Just tuned
But I like
me
it.
out,
It's cute.
did you? Okay. I see how it is.
I was not present in spirit, apparently.
Ay vey.
Sorry.
Which means I'll be at 20 projects once I frog these three, which I'm not going to frog today because I'm not opening up my Swift. So I will have to open up my Swift shortly, but not right now. So I'll put it off till I have to open up my Swift.
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, wait. You aren't fingering. Wait, what are you doing there? You can't go there.
What are you doing?
Over here.
You fruitcake.
Being a fruitcake.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Don't forget, you have to pack your yarn for our yarn swap to give to me.
Yes. Well, it had also crossed my mind I could not pack yarn. You can pick something you like at the Fiber Festival and I just buy it there, and then I don't have to transport anything. And then
you know
get
what?
exactly something that you want.
You do you.
It's still an exchange.
It's still an exchange. You are correct. Oh, I don't know about you, lady. I don't know about you. Delightfully.
Well, our fancy local yarn store went to Kingston, which is an hour on the other side of Toronto. So,
no.
Yeah.
No. That's fair.
So,
That's it.
It's honestly easier
to
to just buy something at the Fiberfest.
There will be more choices. That's the state of the whip for us, which is good. We're done.
We did the things and the stuff.
We did the things and the stuff.
And I only have 15 projects. I feel really good.
I only have 20 projects. I thought I'd have more than that, so I'm feeling good. I like that. Feels good. I have no idea what I'm going to make with that red yarn, but I want to make something.
This means I can update my I have a document, my whip burn down document.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Have I ever written Stormborn Shawl in here? No, I haven't.
Does that put you in enough negative projects this month to feel better about your overall goals? Question of the day.
What am I sitting at for?
Don't have time to work on the Nordic Nights sweater. Must leave it alone.
1, and I finished those, but they're vanilla socks, so they don't count. 2, and then I ripped that, so 3. I'm sitting at -3 net whips this month.
Good. That's where you wanted to be.
Which is the -1 I needed for this month, plus the -2 I needed for the other months that were at +1.
Good. Means you're making progress.
Or do I need -2 for each of those months? Because I wanted to get to -1. I think so. I think I technically still need to get rid of 2 more projects.
Well, fine. Once you finish the baby hat.
Yeah. Baby hat and this caged halter top, which are both very achievable for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. You're still doing fine. You're good.
Also says, there's a fancy yarn store in Toronto that several podcasters talk about. Have I been there? I have not. I've been to 0 yarn stores in Toronto. But if you can tell me what the name of the yarn store is, I will go on a field trip.
Oh, yeah, because you're house sitting?
I'm house/cat sitting probably next month.
Okay. Potentially. Okay. That works. Well, then, guys, we're done.
We're weird. Something loft, says Asa. Okay, hang on. I'm going to pull up my map here.
Excuse me while I Google this real quick.
Yarn. I don't know. Is loft yarn going to get me what I want? Something
loft in Toronto? Yarn Toronto might.
Is it just the knitting loft? It's the one that's in Toronto and has to do with yarn and stuff. The knitting loft. Okay, yes. Chat says yes. The knitting loft. Directions. If I wanted to drive. Should, in theory, take an hour and a half. Where are you? Are you somewhere where I know? Yorkdale.
All I know is I watched Flannel in Pod's first podcast, and now I want to order yarn from a website that secures yarn from Finland. I want Finnish yarn. Do I need Finnish yarn in semi-solid colors to make more stuff with? No. Do I want Finnish yarn in semi-solid colors to make more stuff with? Absolutely.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
I think I may also need some finished yarn, except I may also need to use some of this yarn. Maybe should maybe do that
We
first.
both have healthy stashes. That doesn't mean I'm against stash enhancement, because you know I'm never against stash enhancement.
Flannel and pearls. Okay, maybe I should.
Flannel and Pod. Flannel and Pearls is their Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Flannel and Pod is the YouTube podcasting
Is the
channel.
oh,
He just
okay, okay.
started. Yeah.
Also says I need to see if I can find some finished yarn for Advent.
Because it'd be fun, right? Like, I love different things. Guys, I keep looking at this company that makes yarn out of, it's Hobie yarns, Hobium. Anyway, they make wild, blended, weird yarn combos. And I'm just like, I have no idea if you would be comfortable to use or if you would be like what I'd be looking for in a drape and stuff. But boy, am I tempted. Because I like trying new things. It's a problem for me.
Trying new
However,
things is fun.
we are sitting at 1:30
Yep.
my time. So we've been doing this for over an hour and a half.
Yep.
And
Is it time?
I need to finish editing a podcast so you can
Yep.
have it for tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
guys, until you see us on Wednesday and we see you this weekend, or you accidentally are free tomorrow afternoon and watch me and Diana do gaming. I don't know what gaming we're doing tomorrow. Are we gaming live or are we doing gaming that we don't do live?
I thought we were doing some After Dark because
That's
we haven't
not
done that
live
in a
because
while. Yeah, that's
that's
not
not a
live.
YouTube thing. So we'll see. Everybody will see us on Wednesday, and we will see everybody else on Sunday.
Yeah.
Da da da. Okay,
For
guys.
another live episode on Sunday. Oh my goodness. Okay. Bye, everybody.